Na Xin. This is Shigong Chris from the Sydney Self-Defence Centre Yichuan Kung Fu School. Look, like everyone, this Covid-19 has impacted my life and the lives of most of my students. At our Yichuan Kung Fu Academy, all classes are still on. They're all running. The academy is open. But we have created a series of phases that we go through, phase 1 to 4. Now, the idea of the phases is to keep everything in place so we know where we are. With our uncertain future, we are controlling what's happening within our own environment. Under phase 1, which is what we're basically under now, it's all about cleanliness. You can rest assured that all of the hard surfaces that are within this academy have been cleaned every day. We want to make sure that that's the case. Then every student, every parent, every person that walks into our academy, including any of the couriers, must wash their hands before they even enter onto our training floor. Now, we've found out that, of course, just soap and water is more effective against COVID-19, right, in preference to any of these devices here, right, that are so-called medical hand cleaners, because we don't really know what's in them, but we do know that soap and water works. Now, on top of that, students must avoid things like handshaking, all right, or high fives. Maybe they can do air high fives, which are a lot of fun, but we can go back to our traditions and have our traditional Chinese bow, right? Keeping a respectful distance from each other and also being respectful and welcoming each other. So you'll be doing that as you come into the class. Now, each of the classes here, they will be operating, and we're working under the normal time frames as well. So we haven't changed any of the class times. We haven't consolidated any of those. We still want to keep our training floor open. So we ask you to please come along and do some training. We're being very careful under this legislation here that we've created in our organisation, right, under phase 1. Now, we've also under phase 3, right, there's been an introduction by our Prime Minister of social distancing. So we've brought one of the phases from phase 3 into our phase 1, which is the 1.5 metre social distance. We want to make sure that we keep that current in our school, so we're minimising any contact. Anytime we have to have any equipment, we're trying not to share that in any way, and that equipment is being cleaned all the time within the class and after the class. So we're doing our very best within here to keep those doors open and have a training class for you right here and right now. Now, if you have a look under phase 2, this means that some of you are making the choice to stay at home, or perhaps have been told by your employer to do so for various reasons, whether you're in an incubation stage of 14 days or whatever. Now, what we're doing in phase 2, and we're doing it right now, is to create a 4-week program. Not knowing how long this could go on, but 4 weeks initially. Now, over that time, we'll be working with Yichuan, our style. It won't be so much that the gradings will be going forward, but there will be training, there will be fitness, there will be tests and competitions that we can do. And that means that everyone here can participate, whether they're here in the centre or whether they're actually at home. So I want you to know that our centre is still open, and our communication with the students is still very, very viable, right? So make sure you're still part of this particular centre, right? Now, also, if it ever gets to phase 4, we are currently developing a program which will be live class based, which will essentially mean that adult students, children, right, Qigong, fitness classes, stretching classes, can be done online, and they will be done live, which means that you'll have participation in this. But for this to actually happen, they may mean that you need a minimum of the equipment, right, that you require to be able to communicate with us in live classes, but we'll let you know as that transfers forward. Thank you. Now, you may notice that everywhere we've got a pile of signs up, right? And as you can see there, we're talking about, the high fives. We're not doing those, the handshake. We use our traditional bow first. You've got to wash your hands as you come through, right? These signs are absolutely everywhere. And at various stations, you're going to see, right, the liquids, etc., so that you can wash your hands, right? There'll be one on the front desk, right? Coming through into the toilets, we'll make sure that we have every cleaning aid that we can possibly do, that the soaps are kept up to date, because everybody must wash their hands before they start training. Now look, under phase 1, we also have the ability to turn students away. If you have a cold, or if you have a flu, or are showing any symptoms of any kind, don't come to training, right? Because if you do, we will probably send you home, just for the safety of everyone else, just so you know. Now look, I'm going to come up into the tea room, so come up with me, all right? And I'll say to you that Qigong is still on. Qigong is a perfect process of keeping social distance 1.5 meters. We don't have a lot of social contact with one another, yet it will still relax you. It will still strengthen you, right? So if you are concerned about aspects of training on the floor, come to your Qigong classes. They're still at the normal times, right? So come on into the tea room, right? We'll have a little sit for a moment, and let me explain to you some of the nuts and bolts of all of this. For a start, there will be a lot of pressure on us, as there is a lot of pressure on you. So financial pressure will be exactly the same. So we have to come to terms with the fact that putting your account on hold, or even cancelling because of the fear of COVID-19, unfortunately, we won't be accepting that, right? We can't accept this. We still want to be in business, right? Helping you through this stage to keep your fitness up. And we also want to be in business when this is all over. And then one day this will end. And we still want to be the Sydney Self-Defence Centre and giving you, right, the service we've been trying to give you over the times that we've worked together. Also, where I would like to see our effort work the most is with anyone who's one of our students who is finding hardships. Some of our students will lose their employment. Some of our students, because they're in small business, right, will literally have to close down. We want to be talking to them about holds. We want to be doing the right thing by our members. So please, all right, we're not going to be accepting cancellations or holds because of the fear of something, right? We're keeping our doors open. We're going to have a 1 to 4 week program. We're then going to be going live if that's what we need to do, and doing live classes online. Now, if that's what we need to do to keep our doors open, that's what we will do, but we need your support, so please. Now, your fitness is paramount. Every expert, right, dealing with COVID-19 says exactly the same thing. Your mental and physical well-being will be proportional to how fit and physical and mentally engaged you are, right? So don't be sitting at home. At the very least, be keeping up with your training. You've all got your curriculum in front of you. You've all learned certain things on those curriculums, right? Be doing something, be active, even go for a walk, whatever it may be, because your fitness is paramount. Now, we'll be putting fitness programs on the floor. Part of your training will be fitness, and we'll be extending that fitness in each of the classes on the floor. Also, the 1 to 4 weeks will have fitness challenges in it. We'll be extending the fact that you need to be fit both mentally and physically to be able to combat this particular virus. So be involved. Rest assured that the Sydney Self-Defence Centre, Yichuan Kung Fu, both myself, Shifu, and all of your instructors will be here to support you through this time. It's pretty uncertain, we know that, but the one thing you can be certain about is that Yichuan Kung Fu will still be operating. We'll still have our doors open as long as we possibly can, and if we have to go online, we'll provide you with training for as long as it takes for this virus to pass and for us to get back into our normal business again. We look forward to seeing you on the floor. We look forward to your safety and your health. So please support us so we can support you. Thank you.